Hello everybody, this is RBR Short Films 13, aka Ryan, and today I'm doing a video not talking about the Child's Play reboot that got 6 dislikes, um, but no. Today I'm doing a video talking about I completed the script for my next Halloween fan film, Halloween New Blood. Yeah, so it's in my hand, I completed the script. The script's already being uh, given to the actors in the movie, and I'm still casting right now. So, but yeah, there's already copies already being uh, given to actors. So yeah, so then I'll show an example of a page. I'm not gonna really spoil it, but there you go, just to show that hey, I've been working on it. And this is all I wrote. It was very challenging um, because this is the fourth movie of the Halloween November movies. This movie starts out Halloween November 4th. It actually takes place like 2-3 hours after November 3rd, and the opening sequence just basically wraps up the whole November timeline, and then the movie will enter the movie all taking place on Halloween. The movie does jump 10 years later, which is why I'm using two masks in the movie, like the one from November 3rd, and then the new one. I think it'd be pretty cool to kind of do that. Not sure if Michael Myers mask would age that much in 10 years, but just kind of go with the fantasy people. Why not? Um, uh, so yeah, yep, another page. Another page. Yeah, so it's a lot. It's only it's like 24 pages, I think, and none of my scripts are ever numbered, so it's pretty cool. You see, like right here, 13, right there. So, and the last page, what does it say? Okay. The end, question mark. So yeah. I don't know. I'm really happy that I'm holding the script right now, and that copies have been made for it. Um, I'm just really happy that I'll be making another movie. I would have made my Halloween fan film definitely like later than now, probably like 2-3 years, but because of you know there's been so much Halloween hype, for a long time lately, and it's definitely been requested by a lot of fans. I mean, the thing is like Halloween November 3rd is my most viewed and most liked movie out of all of them. So I figure why not make a Halloween fan film that's and it's released 10 years since I've created my YouTube channel. Like I think it's like perfect timing. And so I worked on this. There was an original draft of the script. It originally was called Halloween November 4th, but the story changed because I just didn't think that fit anymore. Of Michael Myers, going on his killing spree on November 4th and November 5th and November 6th, November 7th, November 8th. Like it would get overplayed and it would just stray away from what Halloween is. So with this movie, it definitely goes back to Halloween night, Halloween day again. I just had to write it to where it all fits, and it was fun. It was challenging though, because you don't want to mess anything up, because there's such a fan base, Um, but at the same time, you want to deliver something new to people. You don't want to uh, rehash what's been done. Um, it's very hard to because everything's been done for the most part with the Halloween series. There's not really much you can really go with it. Um, but I found a way, and I don't want to really spoil anything too soon. But it feels, it looks and feels like a Halloween movie. It definitely is a Halloween film. But I've added in some elements that may have been from previous movies, previous sequels that it wasn't executed right, and I want to execute those right. I want to make sure that certain things that were introduced in the sequels that I can hopefully present it better than it was presented, because I saw a lot of potential and a lot of storylines that were open in the sequels, a lot of things they introduced, and they never really went back to those. And I felt like that added a lot to the series and evolved it, and but they could have done it better. And I kind of want to do something like that, like the sequels did, something new, but still has that nostalgia and tone, atmosphere, excuse me, of those original movies, the original film. I don't want it to feel too different at all from the originals. You want to have that John Carpenter vibe, that style, that atmosphere. Because this isn't my characters. This isn't my um, world. This is Halloween. It belongs to the fans. It belongs to John Carpenter. It's beyond me. I'm just a fan making my fan film. Which is fine though. I'm more than happy to. I love Halloween. I love Michael Myers. He's probably my. I mean, I've said to you guys, Ghostface is my favorite slasher. Um, but I don't know. As time progressed, when I was working on Ghostface versus Jason and the Minor versus Jason and Ghostface story, Jason grew on me, because when I was doing my homework, I didn't watch the Friday the 13th movies for a long time, but then I rewatched them and was really, impressed. And I was like, it's really too bad that this franchise is going through all this lawsuits, and they can't, come up with a, you know, anything. So it does upset me, because I love Jason. I mean, honestly, I love Jason Voorhees. I love that, you know, and the hockey mask, and the Camp Crystal Lake, and the forest, and the fog at night, and the full moon, and the counselors, and the kids camping and getting away from their parents and going somewhere, and and Jason's there. I just love that kind of horror, and I love those stories of Friday the 13th. And um, it's too bad the series doesn't get the treatment that it deserves. But Halloween, Michael Myers started it all. To be honest, I know we had Leatherface before, and he's an iconic character, and but Michael Myers, really, you know, got the draw. I don't know what would be the word, but he just really started the whole slasher trend. And the reason why we have Ghostface, Jason, Freddy Krueger is because of Michael Myers. Doesn't mean it has to be your favorite slasher. It's just, he's my favorite, to be honest, because I remember listening to that music when I was a kid, watching the old movies on TV, hearing that, just going trick or treating and seeing people dressed up as Michael Myers, and, just walking through neighborhoods, and a couple houses would be playing the theme outside. It was cool, and at Halloween parties my mom ran, there'd be, you hear a Halloween H2O theme and the original, and just, it was very celebrated. Um, and I just have a lot of memories, a lot of nostalgia for Halloween, and it's a great series, despite the flaws that there is. It's, to me, the most rewatchable horror franchise out of all of them. I will say Child's Play and then Halloween are the most rewatchable marathons. Um, and then I'd put Friday the 13th at number three. Because Nightmare on Elm Street, it's really hard for me to get through the fourth one. I really can only watch the first three, because then Freddy just got too campy, and he wasn't really done well again until Freddy versus Jason, and then you have the remake. I don't hate the remake, to be honest. I like that the remake took it seriously again, like the tone. I think that's what I do like about the remake is that it's shot really well. It looks like a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. It feels like a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. It has a lot of dream-like atmosphere to it, a lot of good visuals, and the tone was just taken seriously. Even though the writing wasn't the best, and some of the acting could have been better, and of course there could have been a better Freddy Krueger. We could have had Robert Englund. Um, I like that they went back to the serious tone. I do like that because, and honestly, the It producers and the director of It, they should do a Nightmare on Elm Street, movie. I think that would be better, a Nightmare on Elm Street reboot. Of course, than what I talked about, Child's Play reboot. Because I know they would do it right. I could definitely see that, and them picking a better actor for Freddy. You know, Nightmare on Elm Street is just too great of a horror franchise to be wasted like it is. The whole dreams and the whole concept of the franchise. There's a lot of good drama you can put in the Nightmare on Elm Street series. There's a lot of character development you can have in that, and it's a story that could keep going. Like I could see that pretty much out of any horror show, Nightmare on Elm Street would be the best. I could see that being a 10 episode thing, and yeah. But anyway, Halloween, New Blood, got it done. I'm gonna start filming the movie in March, and they'll be like rehearsing table reads next month in February, and really just discussing it with the actors and getting all the props ready to go. The lighting and all the setting up how the camera work will be. I've watched the movies all year this year, all the sequels, because I was getting in the hype of the new one, so I already get the franchise. I've made 3 Halloween fan films. I know how these movies are supposed to be made. I know what pisses the fans off. I know what doesn't piss the fans off. I know what would piss me off if I was in the theater. I think of if I was in the theater, sitting in the theater, like watching this Halloween movie. How would I react if it went this way? If it went that way? How would I feel as a fan? What do I want to see that's new, but how I want to see it be done right. It's challenging, but at the same time, it's my most fun movie franchise I've ever worked on. I mean, fan series I've worked on. It's just a fun character, and they're fun stories. Because they're not dark. They're just they're classic home invasion horror films. That have a lot of suspense and atmosphere, and it just takes me back to being a kid, and reminds me, like how much of a phenomenon this is, and how us fans have kept it alive, for it's lived beyond me. I was born in '95. The original came out in '78, so it's been over 40 years of fandom, and people, loving the franchise like they do, and it keeps going. So I'm more than happy to make another fan film, and if this one does well, I mean, if it gets a lot of views and likes and comments and people really like it, I might make another one. Who knows? Just depends, because I have a lot of other movies planned, my own original work. I want to make a Devil Servant sequel. There's going to be an Insane sequel. Both of those movies will be in 2020. I want to do my own work. And not keep on doing fan films. But I'm making this because I'm celebrating 10 years of my channel. Yeah, I will make another video soon about the fan film and talking more about it. But I don't want to really give anything away. Just let you guys know it's going to be very Halloween, very John Carpenter, very much the Halloween series. All the elements that we love about those movies, but there will be some new, not new, but like elements put in there that haven't been in the movies for a long time, and hopefully I can fix it in the sense of like making it work with a certain coherent story, cohesive story. It just it fits and that is the biggest challenge right now with the story and the screenplay, is that I'm nervous about those elements not being executed well. Um, but I do have like an alternate ending in mind. I might film when I'm filming the movie in case if people are not happy with the ending. I sort of want to have two different endings in a way, because I just don't want to piss off fans, and because I don't want to, because I'm a fan and I don't want other fans to be mad at my movie because I included something in there that they didn't like. If it really bothers them, I will go back and I will remake the movie. I will, like, I mean, uh, uh, like a couple parts of it all, or cut a few things out, editing, um, because I'm, it's such a Michael Myers is such an iconic character, and it means a lot to so many people, And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, kind of thing. So I don't want to play it safe. Neither do I want to really push the envelope too far with doing something different, though. I'm trying to find a good balance between that, keeping that nostalgia and what people love, but also including things that haven't been included that hopefully could work again, in a different way. So yeah, that's my video about Halloween New Blood. And I hope you guys stay tuned for more updates, news. Movies coming out in October next year. I'm really excited. And yeah, I can't wait to keep updating you guys. I'm going to be filming the opening sequence of the movie, I believe, this month or very early next month, before the rest of the movie. I filmed the rest of the movie, kind of get that out of the way. I think it's two sequences I'm going to get done before the 2 3 days of filming I'm going to do in the spring, just so I don't have to worry about getting those scenes done. And yeah, it's going to be great. I mean, I hope so. I hope you guys love it. It's very suspenseful. The third act has a lot of suspense, and it has a lot of that Halloween vibe, and you just it's gonna feel like a Halloween movie, and I want that. I want a lot of suspense. I want a lot of the shape lurking, and the characters walking, and you see Michael appear, and he's just watching them and moves away, and you don't the characters don't know where Michael is, the audience doesn't know where Michael is. I love that suspense, instead of him just, which is awesome, but I want to be able to draw suspense and, create tension in the scenes, and really get audience just like, you know, what's going to happen kind of thing. You want to put them at the edge of their seat. You don't want to do anything predictable. I will say this is a more violent movie than my previous films. Ghostface Story was pretty brutal, because that body count was 13 in that movie. So but this one's definitely violent, but it also has suspense at the same time. So there's no off-screen kills. I'll tell you right now though, I don't like that. We want to see it. We want to see Michael Myers doing whatever weapon he uses, or his hands, or anything. We want to see it on screen. Because in today's time, our generation, we don't want the off-screen kills worked back in the day. When movies were like that, but now, you know, with this generation, people want to see. They want to see it. So that's what I have to do, and hopefully I will deliver for the fans. And yeah, and so stay tuned, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and I will talk to you all soon. All right, peace.